Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to another video. I am so glad you're here. In today's very special video, I am going to talk to you guys about how I personally have implemented a lot of changes into my diet and exercise program, and I feel the happiest and healthiest that I think I've felt in a very long time. I am 43 years old. I am a fitness professional, a bar instructor. I have worked in the fitness industry since 1998. I got my very first group fitness certification in 1999, and I have worked in the industry ever since. In 2011, I started my very own bar program called the Body by Jenny Bar Program. I am a dancer, a ballet teacher, and I have been teaching ballet since I was 16 years old. And here on YouTube, I share lots of fun and challenging workouts to hopefully motivate you and inspire you to live your very best life at any age, and especially over 40. In this video, I'm going to show you guys what I eat in a day. I'm going to take you out to our garden that we're building. We're going to talk about some beauty products. We are going to hang out and we are just going to kind of do it all, hopefully to motivate and inspire you. So if that sounds good to you, grab some water, some green tea or coffee, and let's get into it. Coming from a dance background and being a performer and being a ballet teacher, I've talked about this in past videos. I had a pretty unhealthy relationship with food. And when I got to be about 30 years old, I really wanted to get that under control. And I've done a lot of videos about that and how I really changed my mindset and my eating habits. So I won't go super in depth, but I will link them below in case you want to catch up on that journey and process and everything that I did. So now in my 40s, I am just done with all of that. I am done restricting calories. I am done counting calories. I am done counting macros. I'm done dieting. I'm just not going to live my life that way. So what I try to do is I try to incorporate whole foods into my diet. As I mentioned, we are planting a beautiful garden full of herbs and all kinds of strawberries and blueberries and potatoes and onions and spicy peppers because we love spicy peppers, and we're just trying to really get that garden growing. A lot of success. We do live on 2.5 acres on the central coast of California, and we have 50 mature avocado trees. So as you can probably guess, avocados are in my diet multiple times a day. Sometimes I'm eating 2 whole avocados a day, and I really just enjoy at this current moment in time fueling my body with foods that are whole foods that make me feel good and energized, and I try to stay away from a lot of processed foods. Now, that's not to say that I don't eat them, because I really, as I mentioned, I don't restrict my diet. So I thought today I would just take you guys along a pretty normal day of eating. There's nothing super fancy in here, but I will share some recipes, and I'll share some workouts with you guys. We'll go take a look at the garden, and we'll talk about some skincare. So let's get into breakfast. So this is a pretty typical breakfast. A lot of times I will grab this apples and cinnamon, lower sugar Quaker oats, and I'll just put it into a little cup. I like to add organic cinnamon to it. We'll talk about cinnamon a little bit later on. And then I usually will add some Brazil nuts or some almonds to top it off. I usually just start with a nice cup of water, and then I have my water, my oatmeal with my nuts and cinnamon, and I always start my day with 2 of my berberines. And then if I'm feeling extra hungry that day, I might chop up a banana and also add it in there. Now, I'm also big on multitasking. So I have my weighted vest on. This is 10 pounds, and I'm kind of just doing some laundry here. I like to do some squats and run in place and really multitask in the morning. As I've gotten older, I've really loved incorporating a little bit more weight training into my workouts, and I will just put this vest on in the mornings and just kind of do some things before I go down to my studio. Oftentimes, I'm creating content for Instagram, or I'm creating a bar class like this one for you guys. It's already up. It's going to be linked below. But I am really somebody who likes to add a ton of variety into my workouts. So a lot of times you can catch me running, maybe going for a walk with my weighted vest, doing some Pilates, doing some ballet training. I really like to change things up based on how I feel that day, because if you are like me and you are in perimenopause, you are not always going to feel super energized. So I really just try to have some grace with myself and choose exercises that fit the feeling for that day. Okay, so I wanted to take you guys out to the garden. If you have been following my home renovation series, you've probably seen a lot of this, but we have recently been adding a lot of herbs to our garden. So we have some oregano over here. We have some mint. We have some rosemary. We have a lot of things in this little area that smell really nice when you walk outside. So I'm really excited to see how they do. Most everything has been doing pretty well. Over here, we just recently went and got some more like beautiful flowers to look out from our window, and we potted and planted those for Mother's Day. And then this was actually my Mother's Day gift from my husband. I'm just loving this little garden area. We have a lot of succulents because, as I mentioned, we live on a really big property. So if you just cut them back and kind of leave them, they will grow into more succulents. And then over here, we have my pumpkin patch that has been doing so well, and I'm really excited to see if it's going to grow. We also have some rows of corn planted that have started to sprout, so they seem very happy. And then over here in this mound, we have some onions and carrots. And then over here, we have our spicy peppers. We have some Carolina Reapers, we have Serranos, we have some jalapenos. We are a spicy family, and we love to try lots of spices and just things that are very hot. So this is going to be exciting. And then we're starting over here another little garden area. We recently had to cut back some of these plants. They are doing so well. And then we actually discovered that there were 2 lime trees over here. They weren't doing so hot, so we're going to try to revive them and hopefully have some citrus, which is really nice. We do have down by our avocado trees, we have a couple plants like this as well, and they've been producing but not so well, so we need to go down there and give them a little love and care. But this is just going to be a beautiful area. It goes all the way down the hill, and we're going to make just a nice little seating spot, a beautiful secret garden, so definitely follow along. And then I just thought I would take you guys around the front, since I recently just showed in our home renovation series our concrete driveway. My husband and son are skaters. I won't get into the whole reason why we did it the way we did it, but I will link some videos below. So we actually had some planters that are skatable put around a lot of our front driveway area so you can skate it, and we're working on getting that ground ready to start planting some succulents and beautiful flowers just to make it really nice and beautiful for spring and summer. And so that's kind of what we're doing on this area. But if you want to see the video, once again, it's linked below. And this has been such a fun space for us to use. It's great to get outside and be active. I use my inline figure skates. I have a video about that. And it's just a really great way for us as a family to skate and be active together. We also do compost, which I think is really important, especially if you're starting a garden, because you can reuse your fruit scraps, your food scraps, as long as you're not throwing any meat in there. It's very simple to compost. I can actually throw some instructions down in the description box if you are interested. I keep a small one inside of my kitchen and just throw some scraps out there and then take it to the compost. I wanted to insert this little video here for you guys because this is what it looked like prior to them pouring the driveway that we like to skate on. So it was all dirt. And I love to throw these little videos in here to kind of remind myself what it looks like before, and then hopefully inspire you guys if you are doing any large projects. But once again, I will link that video below for you guys. Now, I wanted to take you just briefly out to our avocado trees. This is another place that I like to go and pick avocados to get lots of exercise and hike. My husband and I are out there all the time, just being active and really just having a fun time in the avocado trees. It's such a beautiful space. Our dogs love to go down there. Our son loves to go down there. And it's quite the hike up the hill. So once again, I'll put on like my ankle weights or my weighted vest. And sometimes I'm down there just doing like random workouts, just jogging, just trying to get some steps in for the day. And then we also have a skate bowl down there and a ramp. So that's just a really nice space to be in, have some coffee, and just really be in nature. So if you've been on my channel for a while now, it is no secret that I am a lover of really good skincare. I used to deal with cystic acne, and I have gotten my skin under control. So I really like to use clean masks and ingredients, and I make a lot of them from home. I have a really great honey and turmeric, just 2-ingredient mask I call the Golden Goddess. I'll go ahead and put a little video here, and I'll link that down below. It's super simple. I might as well just tell you, just grab some organic honey, put it in a bowl, add some turmeric. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, and anti-inflammatory, and it will leave your skin glowing and fresh. And if you have any acne, honey is excellent for that. I know it sounds kind of weird to be putting honey on your face, but it 110% worked for me, and so I would highly suggest it. So make sure that you are drinking lots and lots of water. If you are somebody who is going through perimenopause and you are finding that you have dry skin, water is going to be your best friend. If you don't just just like plain water. You can add cucumber, you can add lemon to it, you can add lots of different flavors, infuse it with some fruit. Sometimes I like to do cucumber and strawberries in there. There's a lot of ways, or get a sparkling water. Just get your water in every single day, and that will help keep your skin hydrated and more happy. So these are some of the products that are so inexpensive that I have been loving lately, and I just wanted to briefly talk about them. Okay, so let's start with this. So I am a lover of K-Beauty products, and that's just Korean Beauty. This one's by Farmstay, and this is actually the Black Snails Peptide 9. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but it is a brightening and wrinkle improvement treatment. You guys, this has been game changing. I found this at TJ Maxx. They always have the K-Beauty products for so inexpensive, and I believe this was on clearance for $3.99. I have been putting it under my eyes, on my eyelids. I have been putting it on my neck, my chest, my hands, everything. And in the mornings, what I like to do before my workouts is I will wash my face and I will just put a thin layer on my skin, and I will do my workout just barefaced. I let it soak in, and then when I take my shower, I'll just kind of steam my face and just lightly kind of rinse it off of there and start my day. I really truly feel like this works. I have seen a lot of improvement in my skin texture. At $3.99, you cannot beat this. And then next up, this one is also a K-Beauty product. I found this at Grocery Outlet. I think I talked about it in a shorts video recently. It's Epi-L. It's a hydrating hyaluronic serum, and this was also $3.99, you guys. Can't beat this. Super hydrating and great for the skin. So sometimes I'll just switch between the two of those. And this one is actually from Trader Joe's. So I like to exfoliate my skin really well a couple times a week. This one's the Microderm Scrub. Use this and then back it up with one of my serums, and I just really feel like it does the trick. Okay, second up is also a K-Beauty product. This is From Nature. That's actually the brand name, From Nature, and it's a collagen and honey toner. Now, as I mentioned, I am a lover of honey, so this works really well. I can also just use this on its own if I don't want to have anything greasy, or I can go ahead and layer it with my my Black Snail peptide or my hyaluronic acid cream here, or gel. And this is also, once again, another K-Beauty product, and this is Pure Snail Cream. I love my snail stuff right now. I recently found this brand called Hair Biology. It says silver and glowing. It's a silver shine serum, infuses softness and shine to silver hair. Now, I dye my hair, so my hair is starting to go gray, mostly at the top, and it started going gray like 39, 40. I do like to keep my hair dark, and I do like to keep it shining. So I found this one at Grocery Outlet, and it really does like keep your hair from behaving badly. I don't know if you've noticed this, but my hair has been more dry lately. It's been a little bit more unruly, and I was also able to find their conditioner. I could not find the shampoo, so I'm hoping to get my hands on that. But anyways, this is a great product. I don't remember how much this was, but it probably wasn't more than like $5.99 at Grocery Outlet. So anyways, just a small collection of products that have really made my skin and my hair and my hands and everything just feel really good. You don't have to spend a ton of money. Just stay consistent, and there's so many recipes and ways that you can incorporate whole foods and create wonderful recipes for skin and hair. I love coconut oil. I love honey. Okay, so it's about 11 o'clock, and I'm actually going to have a little snack. So I'm just going to have some strawberries from our strawberry plant and some bananas, and then I'm going to have a Fit Crunch just to add a little bit of protein in there. I also really like Brazil nuts, so oftentimes I'll grab just a few of these as well. Brazil nuts are rich in selenium, so it could aid in hormonal balance, mood regulation, and immune support. They also promote bone, heart, and skin health, so even just 2 or 3 of these a day can make a huge impact in how you feel during perimenopause. I love sweet potatoes, and I love them roasted. So you can just grab this recipe from here, screenshot it. So sweet potatoes are rich in antioxidants, fiber, vitamin A and C, and potassium. So it could support hormonal balance, bone density, mood stability, and heart health during perimenopause. So I would suggest adding them in. I'm not a dietitian. These are just things that I do to feel my best, as I mentioned, in my 40s and in perimenopause. This is an easy go-to lunch. I get the pre-packaged salad from Trader Joe's. I add red onions, fresh avocado to it. It is so good, and I'll top it with a little bit of Chick-fil-A sauce. And this is the Mexicali salad. You can find it in the cold section. Another one of my go-to lunches is chicken salad and an avocado. It's so good. You can make it yourself, adding all kinds of fresh ingredients, red onion, whatever you like, and then just pop it in the center. Or if you don't have time, just grab the Trader Joe's chicken salad. Another option is scrambled eggs. I love to add tons of ingredients to my eggs. Sometimes I'll put asparagus in there and broccoli, and sometimes most of the time I'll put red onion, and I just love to make eggs. It's not just a breakfast for me. Sometimes I'll have eggs for dinner. Sometimes I'll have them in a whole wheat tortilla. There's a lot of options. So I'm really just trying to give you guys some easy and healthy options that you can do without taking a ton of time or a ton of prep. Now, you're probably hearing me talk a lot about red onions. I'm a huge fan, especially in perimenopause. They are rich in antioxidants, and so they can actually help combat stress. They are great for bone health. They add a lot of flavor to your food, and they are also great for cardiovascular health. So there's a lot of benefits to red onion, and they are delicious. All right, friends, that's going to end it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so grateful to have you here. And if you made it to the end of the video, why not subscribe? I would love to have you subscribe and join me on this over 40 journey. Link my Instagram right here and down below. Come join me on Instagram. I share daily stories, motivation. It's mostly fitness based, but there's lots of little short form content and ideas that you can implement into your fitness routine. So I think you'll find a lot of value in that. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a beautiful, happy, and healthy day.